Okay, perfect. We're recording. Okay, so today we're going to talk about AAVEGotchi. Welcome. So yeah, we have the post that we sent out last night. So first things first, I actually want to remind patrons that if you recall, this is not our first metaverse investment or entry into the metaverse. Before, just to give a quick run through, we have introduced it to MVI, Metaverse Index. So that's just MVI is a ticker. And it was brought to you by Index Group, who also brought us DPI, DeFi Pulse Index, which is also another investment of choice we talked about with DeFi. Can y'all see my screen and hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so basically, MVI is a safe way to invest in Metaverse. And now, okay, perfect. Okay, you can or you can't?
I can't. Are you sharing something? Because I can't see it.
You can't see it? Oh, okay. Hold on, let me share screen. Oh, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, so what, like I was saying, I'll say this was the post we sent out yesterday, talking about, we introduced this metaverse and talked about this, our second metaverse entry for the platform. But I was going to remind patrons that make sure you click the first link, because actually we've previously recommended MVI. The ticker is MVI, okay? And it's brought to you by Index Group, who's the same people who brought us DPI, DeFi Pulse Index. And this is the safest way and the best way, in my opinion, to invest, because this gives you exposure to multiple tickers. So if you click this link right here, you'll see all the tickers. So you see Decentraland, which is very popular. This is like probably the #1 metaverse right now, the blockchain wise at least. So I'll say Decentraland is definitely #1. Sandbox is close to. All of these are all opened up here in metaverse, and so obviously the market has pulled back, but see they're up to date. In the by past 24 hours, up 15%. That's a slight relief right there. So, but this one, it just gives you exposure to a bunch, and walk you through how to buy it, give you the YouTube link, which obviously you just click on YouTube and then watch the link. Watch the link, sorry. So yeah, but anyways, moving on. Today we're going to talk about this one. So this one is exciting because this one is not just invested in an index. We're actually going to dive into one in particular, and this one is AAVEGotchi. And the token that powers this metaverse is Ghosts, also AAVEGotchi, but it's GHST, Ghost. The reason why is a reference to because the digital items or the avatar you receive here is a ghost, such as, yeah. Anyways, so I give you a link here about what Ghost is. I put the reference in there. Links you to another site here that talks in detail about it. But I give you a link here about what Ghost is, and I give you how it's a native token of a blockchain P2E gaming metaverse called AAVEGotchi. It's an NFT for DeFi. I don't want to go just waste y'all's time and keep reading it, but it's an NFT for DeFi protocol, which runs on Aave. Okay. So the token is meant to be used as a base ecosystem currency for the purchase of various AAVEGotchi assets, which includes portals, wearables, consumables, and collectibles. And we'll walk through that in a bit. Also give you a link here, which takes you to the wiki page if you want to learn more about our tokenomics. And I'll walk you through how to buy Ghost, and I'll walk you through also reminding you guys that this is not our first exposure to AAVEGotchi. Actually, when we talked about another bag holder, which we've introduced previously, which is a Pico. You look down with Pico, you see, so which is, anyways, so this is Pico, we've introduced previously, but if you look down go on the website, Moon website, you look down, you see that Pico AAVEGotchi right here is 23% allocated to Pico. So there's that. So it's not our first exposure. So I also walk you to buy the tokens, which is fairly simple. You pretty much can buy the tokens on clicks. So if you want to buy AAVEGotchi, you can just, obviously, first things first, I walked you guys through this before, go look at previous posts, but you need to have a hot wallet. You need to have MetaMask. You need to have Polygon added to your MetaMask. And I walked you through this, how to do this in our staking videos. Go look at the posts, rather this yield farming posts. I walked you through how to add Especially the first one we posted back in December. We're going to have to add Polygon to your hot wallet. But basically, you go to QuickSwap, if you, in your browser, you go to QuickSwap, and then when you click QuickSwap, just connect to your wallet. Yes, and you can swap whatever token you have for Ghost right here. So for instance, I want to swap Matic, try to have some Matic in there for some transactions. I'll swap this for Ghost. I can swap it and we can get Ghost. So that's how basically you get it. And I have here the address. I believe I put the token address. Yes, I did. So buying Ghosts, you look, there's a token address if you need to add it on QuickSwap on Polygon. It's right there. Okay, any questions so far?
Nah, not for me.
Okay, say less. All right, so I showed you guys I just bought initial Ghost, but again, once you buy your Ghost and you have Ghost in your wallet, you can just go to the AAVEGotchi website. Sorry, AAVEGotchi website right here. You have two options. There's several things, and I'll show you. So first things first, this is the AAVEGotchi platform or metaverse, if you will. I click play, I can do portals, but I don't have a portal, so we can talk about that. AAVEGotchi, you won't see my Gotchi year because we can go. We're going to this later, but if you click the Gotchi votes and click in your profile, you can see I have some Gotchi, some Ghost staking. So I'm jumping ahead here, but you can see I have some Ghost staking. If you go to the vote, you see that I have my Gotchi year in the vote, and I'll tell you why it's in Gotchi votes. I talk about it in the post if you want to jump ahead and just read the post from last night, but I'll also tell you why in the post why I put it in the Gotchi vote versus having it directly in Gotchi, okay? So anyways, and then just as proof, you can go here, if you go to see the bazaar, which is where they do transactions, and we can talk about that. You see my purchases, and I click AAVEGotchis, you see here where I purchased my AAVEGotchi, who was named COVID-1. Well, I guess that's not funny, but yeah, it was named COVID-1. You can see he matches with AAVEGotchi here in the vote. Okay, so now going back, so also you're probably thinking, what the hell? This shit looks ugly. Why are you spending your money on this? So for instance, this cost me about $5.49, and one Ghost. We can check the price. Actually, you can check the price right here. So just do Ghosts on this exchange. Then we do USDC. Then we just do how much is one Ghost. So one Ghost is about $2. So I spent. So you see one Ghost, USDC is a stable coin. So obviously that's US dollars. So one Ghost about $2. You can see that I spent like maybe over $1,000 on this stupid avatar. Like, what the hell, dude? Easy finances. Are you crazy? Why would you do that? Well, I talk about that a little bit here when I mentioned it earlier about DeFi and staking. I'm about to show you. So if you have Ghosts, right? So actually going before you even buy an AAVEGotchi, you just simply have Ghosts. Let's just see where the DeFi aspect comes in. Okay. So actually, I'm just going to go here and go to staking Ghost. So the platform gives you the option to stake Ghost. Okay. And now it doesn't have to be Ghost. If you're an LP, so liquidity provider, and you do like Ghost Quick, and you can look into more on QuickSwap, you can look more into pools. So you can look at pools where you can like, if you have liquidity, you can create a pair, or we haven't talked about that yet, so let's just skip over that. Basically, just understand that there's an option here for you to earn more, what they call friends, another token, providing liquidity for Ghost on QuickSwap, okay? And they have more details on that in their wiki, but focusing on this, if you want to stake Ghost and earn one friend point, so basically it's a one-to-one, however much Ghost you stake, how much friends you're earning, you can stake Ghosts, earn friends. You can see I had some friends which I spent, but I don't have any staking right now. Again, like I said, I'm just refreshing your memory. In the Gotchi, right here up in my Gotchi vault, you see that I have my Ghost staking year rather than on the platform. And there's a reason why, again, because this gives you friends. So say if I staked 1,000 Ghosts, for instance, I'll be earning 1,000 friends a day. And friends, unfortunately, cannot be transferred. So this is a way that They ensure there's participation in the metaverse. So friends token has to be spent in, oh, by the way, I just want to just do a quick check. Can y'all still hear me and see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure. So friends cannot be transferred from your wallet to another wallet or cashed out or anything of that nature, right? So because of that, right? So because of that, you need to use friends within the platform, right? And so there's a way to do that, and you just click spend friends right there. You see that there are different tickets or things you can buy. So you can see I own one common ticket, which is what I spent my friends on. But there are other options. Like for instance, if you're earning 1,000 friends a day, if you wait, so there's rankings for these tickets. Godlike is obviously the most expensive. If you're spending 1,000 friends a day, if you wait 50 days, you can buy one Godlike, and this increases your chances to win wearable items. So you can enter a wearable raffle, which is like obviously like a raffle, so it's not guaranteed. So that's something to keep in mind. So when you buy, so for instance, if you were staking your friends and you buy for friends for 50 days and you buy these raffles and you decide to, and there are two things you can do with these raffles. Like I said, the first thing, like I said, is you can put the raffle, okay? You can put the raffle in a wearable, you can put the ticket rather in a wearable raffle and win wearable items. And why does this matter? Because if you win a wearable items, depending on the rarity, so there's something called rarity. So rarity score, depending on the rarity of these items, right? They can be worth a good bit of money in Ghost, because Ghost you can cash out. And again, just to go back to my check-in, can y'all still hear me and see my screen?
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. All right. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So again, going back to what I was saying, so if you happen to win one of these wearable items, and I'll show you later in the bazaar, but you can sell these on the bazaar. The bazaar is just the marketplace. The bazaar, like I said, is the marketplace for the platform, and you could catch a decent amount of money. So similar to like I showed you earlier, I paid someone again on the bazaar, which is the marketplace, close to $1,000 this morning just to buy the ghost from him, right? So you can, so it's a good chance to, again, it's not guaranteed, but like I said, it's a raffle. You can use to sell, earn one of those wearable items, or again, if you don't really want to take that risk, because obviously it's not guaranteed, if you want more of that guaranteed money, you can sell these tickets on the bazaar, right? So I'll show you later on the bazaar, people selling their tickets. So I'm sure this will fetch you a good amount of money. And a good way to estimate is basically just say, for instance, okay, so you could just simply say, okay, well, just have a target APR, and you know that you spent 50 days trying to purchase this ticket, and you can just ascertain a value to it. If you like, let's say if I had like, let's say 1,000 ghosts, which is like $2,000, right? And let's say my goal with this stake is I want to be earning at least, now granted, you have to keep in mind what the going rate is, but if you want to say like, oh, I want to be earning at least like 0.05 dollars or something, or 0.05% APY, so 5% APY or something, you can ascertain per day how much dollars you want, and then multiply that by 50. It take you 50 days to earn this ticket. But also the cool thing too is, like, for instance, if you buy a ticket, I just want to show you guys this option real quick. You do click list and bazaar. It will tell you roughly how much your ticket will go for. It said last sold for 0.36 goes 21 minutes ago. So it's telling you it's an uncommon ticket, which is actually, let me go back to that. It's an uncommon ticket, which is what I own, right? An uncommon ticket, which is what I own. The last one sold for 0.36. So also you can also use this doing like quick math. Why did I do that twice? So uncommon ticket, which is what I own, 0.36. So doing a quick math, right? So if 250 friends is worth 0.36, right? It's worth 250 friends worth 0.36. How much should 50,000 be worth, right? So it's a quick math. So you just do 0.36 times 50,000. So that's 18,000. So 250 divided by 18,000. No, what am I saying? So 250 friends, sorry, 250 friends is worth 0.36 ghosts. So 50,000 is worth, yeah, so 50,000 times 0.36. I had my math wrong. Embarrassing. Times 0.36 divided by 250. Boom. So 50,000 friends, by that math, again, this is just want to confirm, 0.36 is 50,000 friends to be worth roughly about 72 ghosts. Okay. And so just doing just a quick math, just like scaling it, basically 250 friends, again 72. So if you do 72 times goes to, that means roughly that's about 72 ghosts is roughly about $144. So basically you're going to be earning $144 from your $1,000 ghost stake. And again, you know, because that's taking you 50 days. So if you do 365 divided by 50, that's 7.3 times 144. That's $1,051 annualized. And then we do $1,051 annualized. We do $1,051 annualized, right? So you divide it by your 1,000 ghost stake, which is about $2,000. That means you're targeting roughly 52% APY. So basically, I'm just trying to show you guys it as an example how these things is DeFi and you can stake, because again, if the math was hard to follow, it's because I'm doing it on the fly. I apologize. Just understand that based on this assumption or the going rate for these tickets, basically you're targeting roughly about 52% APY, even if you decide to be taking these tickets and selling them in the bazaar rather than entering them for wearable raffles to earn wearable items. Now, going to this bazaar that I keep talking about, right? Just to show you guys an example of what I'm talking about. So right here on the left, you can see different things. So for instance, the raffle tickets in reference, you can see what I'm talking about, right? You see this, so a perfect example, the godlike ticket, okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna go back one more time. So just so you guys can see everything. Godlike ticket that we just did the math, right? So this ticket right here, godlike, we just did the math that based on what we saw, the going rate for this would be worth about 72 ghosts. If we go to the bazaar, so keep that in mind, 72 ghosts, and you go to right here, raffle tickets, you see somebody selling their godlike right here for 94. That's what it's listed for. Somebody here is again selling it for a bit cheaper, 50. And somebody here is 50. Somebody here again is 50, 52, 50. So it seems on average, at least you know, okay, it seems like I can at least get this joint for 50, around 50 minimum. And then, but like I can, or you can play right in the middle, which is actually coincidentally the middle of 50 and 92. You can play right at 72. You can also like cash out a little bit. So yeah, so, and again, keep in mind, as these things become more popular, and I forgot to mention that actually, how big is AAVEGotchi? So if you go to Ghost, so obviously you look at the tokens is what will give you the idea of how big these games are. If you go to Ghost, actually they're worth about $124 million market cap. So it's a pretty, you know, I say micro caps, so small caps in crypto are right at the 1 million to 20 million stage. And once you start getting above 100 million, I won't say you're a large cap, but you're decent sized. And I'll say they've parsed that threshold of decent sized. And so they definitely will keep growing. And you see, the cool thing about AAVEGotchi too is if you look at the dip the past 1 month, they haven't dipped a whole lot. They've actually just gone from 2.39 right here all the way down to around $2. So that's what, like 15, 20%, there's the math again on the fly, 15, 20% drawback, where others have seen up to 40%. And look at all time, they've just been steadily growing, making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows in general, and they're just steadily growing. And as this whole idea of metaverse and play to earn continues to grow, I really think they're really positioned because one, they have a lot of traction on Polygon. I'll talk about this again on the post right here. But also too, they're also just really in their in the perfect time now where everyone is chattering about metaverse, and then again they incorporate DeFi. They're one of the pioneers of this whole concept of NFTs, but rather than just simply owning NFTs like the ghost I showed you, you can also put some fun into it and like they have things like staking, passive income, and then they have raids and farming and things you can do in there too to even earn more ghost. So it's really cool. So again, showing this so you can buy tickets, and I wanted to just show you guys that real quick. These are some of the wearables I told you. So for instance, if you happen to win one of these items and you win something legendary, so like for instance this, you put in your godlike and you happen to win, you can earn something cool like this that at least this person receives it to be worth $699, $699 ghosts rather, which is about $1,400. And you can see that there are other similar listings that have them listed at like 710, 760, to 1,000, 1,200 ghosts. Again, ghost is roughly $2, so just 2x these numbers to see their dollar values. Yeah, so it's really a cool way to, again, and then of course you can always cash out your ghost. So there's some of the wearable items you can win, and these happens when you have raffles. So there's none going on right now, but hey, by the way, if you're on the call, please mute. I don't want to hear nobody flushing your toilet. Please mute. Thank you. So this is the bazaar, and obviously there are portals and other things you can purchase. I haven't really dove too deep into portals, but I think these portals essentially enable you to also do other cool stuff in the game. But obviously I just started like simply just buying my AAVEGotchi. These are the NFTs. So they are digital items. So again, I spoke briefly right before we started recording about NFTs are non-fungible tokens, but they're really digital contracts. So a lot of times when you're buying NFTs, people always mistake NFTs have to be art. They don't have to be art. They don't have to be digital art. They could be a digital item, like a ghost like you see right here. It could also be a physical thing. So for instance, I'm referencing, go back to our post where we talked about why I'm not very bullish overall on NFT art in particular. I also talked about, I gave an example there where there are other really awesome use cases of NFTs. Like for instance, there was somebody who sold an NFT of getting airtime on his podcast. His podcast had 500,000 downloads monthly, and he sold, I can't recall the exact minutes, but a certain amount of time on his podcast, airtime, whenever that can be, you can cash it in whenever. He sold it as an NFT. So yeah, so this is the NFT. This is a digital item, and they're called AAVEGotchis or ghosts. There are different things you can do to improve your rarity score, up your kinship, up your level, and like have different cool items. And yeah, so they're going for pretty expensive actually. So for instance, this is why I bought mine, because these things, I got mine for super cheap. So if you go back to my purchases, you can see that I bought mine for $549. And if you click on mine in particular, you see that mine has a pretty cool rarity score of 455. It's on level 3 and it has 210 experience points. If you go back, so again, I bought this for $549, right? So if you go back, go to the bazaar AAVEGotchis, you see that, okay, this is somebody who has, I think he has a slightly higher variable score and rarity score rather, and we're on the same level and he has a slightly higher experience point, but he's going for 770. You know what I mean? 770. And another example, somebody who's in a smaller level, lower experience points, but this is ridiculous, 7,300. But then again, he may have items that make him worth a lot. So yeah, these things are they're exploding. They're seen as really like the next big thing, because Polygon is really being known and it's growing as a hub for metaverses, but obviously it's not really known for NFTs. But this is like a unicorn project, if you will, because it's like catching a lot of steam, and it's obviously on Polygon, but it's also really also attracting a lot of people because of a lot of its DeFi functionalities as well. Any questions so far? Okay, so these are examples of raffles that you can do. You can look at the stats as well if you're curious on a raffle. I haven't entered any, but this is just some of the raffles. I just want to show that option right there, land raffle. So you can enter raffles for land in the Gotchiverse. Let me see. There's the DAO as well. Play. But yeah, that's really, I'm sorry I can't even like show you guys like anything because I don't own any portals or realms or anything. But hey, I just want to show you guys, hey, this is something I thought was cool. I invested in it. So what am I doing? So if I don't have my money here, so where I put it? And if you go back to the post, again, please feel free to like just also dive in and explore. That's why I give the links. Yeah, feel free to dive in and explore these things and like check out the references and like dive way deeper than I am. I'm a simple dude. I just want the staking and passive income bit, and that's really good for me. So because I don't understand these things, you can see I'm clearly trying to build my knowledge myself. I was looking online, I was researching, okay, so is there somebody like just like the same way I think about everything? Okay, is there a way I could outsource everything? Like outsource having to, do all these things to upgrade my Ghost, upgrade my Gochi, or level up. And then, obviously I talked right there about Gochi votes. Also read the post if you want to learn more about like the different tickets, what they mean, raffle versus drop ticket. I didn't even talk about drop ticket, which is another really cool stuff. Because drop tickets, they what help you participate in NFT raffles to win portals and realm castles. So I talked about my portals and my realms, and so you get to cool stuff once you have those. But I talk about Gochi votes, right? I'm grinding for y'all. I'm posting this at like 10:22. Was this? Yeah, 10:22 p.m. Adding updates, just giving y'all, giving y'all game. All right, so oops. So Gochi votes is basically, okay, I don't want to just board you guys, but basically they are a vote, much like a staking votes. And basically you never have to worry about petting, voting for XP, managing your Gochiverse rentals. And basically this is a summary. You deposit your AAVEGotchis and your Ghost tokens into the vote, passively maximize your yield. And this is the targeted minimum APR. And there's a really cool thing about the tokenomics that will really help you avoid taxes and also like maximize the VGhosts you receive, because VGhost is also something that increases in value over time. And there's details on that in the white paper and the tokenomics. But basically, this is targeting a 44% APR. So this is how you can essentially own an NFTs, which is like my AAVEGotchi, and I'm earning 44% on it, and also own tokens, the Ghost tokens, and also earn street yield on it. Okay, so yeah, so basically you can read the contracts if you want to, white paper, they're frequently asked questions. So how does this work? Gochi vote considered two smart contract. There's the VGhost code. And there's also the core of AAVEGotchi staking double mapping, which tracks with the, I don't even know what the hell that is. So yeah, so can I lose my ghost? This is important. You're the only person who can withdraw your ghost you put in. Obviously, they can't take your ghost and go sell it in a bazaar. Can I lose my AAVEGotchi? No, you're the only person who can withdraw it. Same deal. What's the benefit of depositing AAVEGotchis? Read the full white paper. But in a nutshell, we'll optimize yield for your kinship, petting, everything, and Gochi lending, the Gochiverse. So they also update their code as like things or upgrades come to the game. Like, did they add more functionalities? They also update their code to also optimize yield for that, which I think is pretty cool. And you can see that when you go through their white paper. What's the catch? Obviously, there's fees. But the idea there is that right now they have vote managers, and eventually they want to become like a DAO. So they airdrop me one vote token. One vote token is about like $24. So not a crazy amount, but it's, it's cool. And the idea is that also that should also appreciate or so. But no, the key here, like I said, is the passive income and staking and DeFi. And also the fact that, again, as this thing catches more adoption, your AAVEGotchi also appreciates. So for instance, I know these were going for like, the Gochis you see here in particular, in the bazaar. So going back to the bazaar, by the way, just do my mid checking. Can y'all still hear me and see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So going back to the bazaar again, like I said, okay, let's even see what the cheapest is going for. The cheapest now is going for 527. So I scooped one of those cheap ones for the low. But these, I remember these were going for like 100 100 or 200 rather, 200 ghosts, and ghosts back then I think was only like $1 or so. Not a whole lot. So basically they're appreciating in price and the token is steadily being appreciating too. And so it's a good way to just like, again, I think it's an appreciating asset because I think this will really catch on. And again, obviously, if it's not obvious, I'm biased because I'm very bullish on the Polygon ecosystem. I talk about that a lot on the Patreon, but also I think this is to appreciate. And while they appreciate, I think also this Gochi vote in particular. And I've so far I did my research also. I did due diligence, and I saw positive feedback from the community about them. They just launched recently too, so they're fairly new. But I didn't really see any red flags. Obviously, if you're curious, you can join the Twitter community and Discord there as well. But like I said, going back to the votes, rather my profile, you can see here that this is my ghosts. I have roughly about 442 ghosts, so basically like almost $900 basically that I'm just staking, and I have my AAVEGotchi, which I got for a little over $1,000. So I just like put $2,000 in there, and just the goal is just to see Ghost appreciate. And because if Ghost appreciates, obviously your Gochi appreciates because your Gochi is priced in Ghost. Going back to the bazaar, just to refresh your memory, Gochi is priced in Ghosts. And also the idea too is in dollar terms that Ghost is also appreciating. So you just get that double appreciation in Ghosts and double appreciation as well in dollars as well, because one Ghost token hopefully is appreciating as well. Again, it's a bag holder, like I said, because it's something that I'm bullish on. It's a little different from what we typically like. Most of our bag holders are just tokens. This also is like we have the Gochi, and which is the NFT, and we have the token as well. We have staking again in our Ghost Gochi votes rather. And also the cool thing too is that I believe if you go here and you click here, you can also see your Gochi right here. So yeah. So yeah, that's really the gist of it. That's really all that I had. I just wanted to just explore, just take a quick moment to just share this with you guys, because I know again this is different from what we typically cover. So any questions?
So this is basically just a game.
What are you saying? It's a game, yeah, but really, is that all you took out of that? That this is just a game?
I mean, it really is.
Yeah, of course it's a game, but like, did you just miss the passive income and staking and like also
Okay,
optimizing yield 45% APR? Did you miss all that?
No, I didn't. Like, yeah, it's a game to earn passive income.
Yes, play to earn. Yes, definitely. So that's the whole premise or appeal of a lot of these metaverse. Is like, the whole concept behind Web3 is rewarding early adopters, rewarding users. Like you see the whole concept behind airdrops, like, these different protocols like Uniswap and everything. Like when they became DAOs and released tokens, they would airdrop it to their early adopters. And the whole concept is rewarding your users. So that's why Web3 is different from Web 2, because the whole idea is that you participate in the digital economy directly. You're earning income for what you're doing. So for instance, if you own Ether is appreciating because of network effect. So if more people use Ethereum, more people are participating in the Ethereum economy, more people are buying Ethereum to do transactions in Ethereum, the price appreciates. So by owning it as a holder, or even better, if you're a staker, so you're providing liquidity to the network, you also earn like passive income on that because you earn APR on that. So the whole idea is that, is the economy is, Web3 economy is direct participation. And so it's no different, of course, with Metaverse and all these play to earn games, because, you're getting the same thing.
Why does the website look like it's from 2009?
If there is one thing, and I say this all the time on my personal Twitter, it is one thing that can be frustrating about, I don't know if they do it intentionally. I think because, so obviously this, if you see clearly, that platform is sort of like you know, it's like almost like for someone who I can imagine that like the person who built it was someone maybe who had love for like you know, Pac-Man back in the days and just like built it and like, you know, reference to
Yeah.
that. But there are other cool ones, like there's Decentraland, which is 3D. So you need a VR headset for that, but like so that's super cool. But no. It's I don't think I definitely think the UX or rather user experience in using a lot of these DeFi platforms can definitely be better. So any other questions? Ayo, Chris, we good?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good.
Did everything make sense? Like, did you guys come out this? Was this helpful?
Very helpful.
All right, bet. Chris, which Chris is this? Man, there's a lot of y'all I don't know. Which Chris?
Casey's brother.
Oh, what's good, bro? Okay, say less. All right, so you guys found this helpful.
Yes.
All right, bet. Well, if there are no questions, you know, just call it a wrap and have a good one.